Howdy, folks. My name is Seth. I am a project manager here at Odoo. Today, I want to talk about a fun, complex workflow in 3 words: pick, pack, and ship, FedEx, multiple packages. So, I'm in a run bot now. Let's go ahead and get started. Here we have just kind of an empty run bot that we're going to use to essentially fill in this workflow that we want to have. So, want to start by actually adding the apps we need. I want to start with sales as well as inventory here. So I'm going to go into our app menu, going to go into a list view here so that we can actually check off more than one at a time and select activate. It's going to take a sec just to install, and then we'll be right back to the home screen. Alrighty, there we are at the home screen with inventory and sales now. As I said, this is a demo database, so there's already going to be data filled in, but the configuration should still be pretty blank so that we can really start from scratch here. We're going to go into our inventory app, and speaking of configurations, we're going to go do configuration and settings. So as I mentioned, a couple things we want to do. We want to set up pick, pack, and ship. We also want to set up FedEx shipping connector. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, and the third thing is multiple packages. So let's go ahead, check off packages here, and we're just going to scroll through until we find each one of those things that we want to install. So we got FedEx connector there, and then we want to enable multi-step routes because, of course, pick, pack, and ship is going to be multi-step for us. With those 3 things selected, of course, we need to select save to save things when we configure them in our settings app. Alrighty, so they're saved now. We can go ahead and go to configuration into our warehouse to set up our pick, pack, and ship. So let's go ahead. Our warehouse here, outgoing shipments is only one step right now. We want to pack goods, send goods to the output location, and then deliver them. So let's go ahead, enable that 3-step shipping method, and select save there. So we'll go to configuration now and to routes just to look at what that pick, pack, and ship is actually doing. So whenever products are needed in our customer's location, a rule is triggered here to pull that from our output location to our customers. If that's not available in our output location, Odoo will pull from our packing location. If there is no stock in our packing location, we'll pull from our stock location. And so I kind of read that backwards to you. So essentially, it starts with stock to the packing location output, and then output to our customers. So that is the route that we have configured. It is set on the entire warehouse. So all of the products within that warehouse will have that route. Next step here is to take a look at our shipping methods and see what Odoo has for us now that we've installed their FedEx shipping connector. So to do that, we go to configurations. We could find this in a couple different apps, but usually in inventory and sales, go to configuration and down to delivery methods here. So we have FedEx US and we also have FedEx International. We have a couple others here that have already been set up for us. We don't need to focus on those right now. Just let's focus on FedEx US right now. So we see a couple things here. Because we have website available, it is allowing us to either publish the shipping method onto our website or not. Currently, it's not published to our website. This is a test environment, so when we install the FedEx connector, we are bestowed upon some test credentials. Of course, you are going to need to fill out your own credentials. To do that, follow these handy dandy instructions right here at the bottom. Some other key things to note here is that you can add margins as well as rules about the cost of this shipping product when you configure it here in the shipping methods. I'm going to leave that alone. Go ahead, explore that. Always test in a run bot, right? So we can move along here to one of the important things that we need when we set up any shipping method is a delivery product. So if you can think of a sale order, and we'll get to this point in just a moment, we have the add shipping feature right there at the bottom. We need to select add shipping. And when we finally select our add shipping, we get the rate. A product is actually going to be added to that sale order line. So this is that product. This is delivery 006 FedEx US. Um, we can assign this to a different delivery, or we can create our own delivery product here. Some other important things to note when configuring this is the package type that we are applying to this shipping method. So whenever we put into a package and want to use this shipping method, we need to use this FedEx package type. It's defaulted as FedEx box. If we hop into FedEx box using the internal link, we get to see some information about these this box here, about this package type. So currently the dimensions are 000. I want to change that. So I'm going to go ahead, just do 5 by 5 by 5. The weight here is just the weight of the box. Max weight is the weight of the contents of the box. So if you actually try to pack more things in there than what's going to end up being 9.07 kilograms, it's going to yell at you. It's going to say that you're not able to do that. So be sure that you are configuring your package types correctly, and you can even change that max weight too. So we can go ahead, save this, use our breadcrumbs, go back to this shipping method here. Everything else looks set up pretty accurate, so we can leave that as is. Again, I'm going to leave that in the test environment. And so we are good on our shipping methods. All right, the next step is to create that sale order and add that add shipping feature. So let's hop out of our inventory app here and go into our sales app, and we can go ahead and create a new quotation. Let's go ahead and pick one of our favorites here, Azure Interior. We have to make sure that there is an address associated with the contact that we're sending it to, or else again, there's another error with, FedEx yelling at us. How are we supposed to send this out if we don't have an address? So we already have an address connected to Azure Interior's contact record. Now we can go ahead and add a product. So let's go ahead and add, I believe we have an office lamp here. I'm going to go ahead, jump into Office Lamp's internal link just to make sure that there's a weight associated with it, because we need a weight for this product. So to do that, we can go to this product template form of the Office Lamp, and I'm going to go to inventory. See here the weight is 0.01. I want to give it a more realistic weight, so we can say 0.4. Take the breadcrumbs back to the sale order. We'll say we're sending out 2 of those, and let's go ahead and find another lighter item here. I believe there is a storage box here. Again, I want to take a look at our weight. We have 0.01 again. We'll just go ahead and add 1 kilogram per box. We'll go ahead and add 2 of those. So we have this red forecast chart here, meaning that we don't have a means of sending the office lamp out. Maybe it's out of stock, maybe a route's not configured. I'm willing to bet that it's just out of stock. And so let's go ahead again to the internal link here to see the quantity. And yep, we have 0 on-hand units as well as 0 forecasted units. I'm going to go ahead and take the shortcut method and just artificially create quantity here. And I'll save. Perfect. Now we have 10 on hand, and we can go ahead and continue on here. Okay, so now it's green. We are good to sell this. But before we do that, we need to add our shipping method. So let's go ahead, add shipping. We got to select the drop down to FedEx US. That total order weight is the sum of our products weight that we set on the inventory tab times how many units of those products we're sending out. So it's already added there. All we need to do is select get rate. Okay, it's given us some warnings just letting us know that the sum total of the group package count values was used to calculate this rate. It's also letting us know that there is a requested preferred currency that it is using here. So we're just going to add that. It's not a blocking issue at all, though it is really expensive shipping. But that is out of scope for us today. We're working with Azure Interior a lot. They know our prices. We don't need to send them a quote, but we could by selecting send by email. I'm going to back out of that part as soon as it lets me. So I'm going to discard here, and I'm going to select confirm to move that order along. So we have this smart button up here that has 3 trucks. one for picking, one for packing, and one for shipping. Let's go ahead and hop in here. And we can see that the top two are waiting for the other operation. So again, it's a sequential order, and that bottom one is where we start. So this is us picking the two office lamps and the two storage boxes from our warehouse stock and moving them to our package zone. We can go ahead and validate that to confirm that we have moved those products to our packing zone. And we can use this caret here to move along to the next operation. But say this isn't how our inventory managers, our inventory employees will be accessing these documents. We're not going to be in the sales app if we're in inventory, most likely. So we'll hop out of our sales here and go into our inventory app. And we'll see that we have one packing order to process. So we have it here, Azure Interior scheduled for today. So what we need to do is move products from the packing zone to our output zone. But we know at this step, because it's a pack operation, that we need to pack these products into packages. So what we can do here is select put in pack. But say that the box that we have to package these items can only fit one lamp and one storage box per box. So we need two boxes and we need one item of each in each box. Best way to do that, we can go ahead and change the quantity value to one office lamp and one storage box. And we'll go ahead and select put in pack. Once it says put in pack, it's going to ask you what the package type is. If you recognize this, you know which package type we're using. We're using this FedEx box here. The shipping weight's only 5 kilograms, so we'll go ahead and select save. So now we've added one box. Let's go ahead and add the second. To do that, we just need to fill in the remaining quantity, so two of each item. Again, we're going to select put in pack, and again, we're going to select FedEx box. We'll select save here, and we can even go up to the package button there to see the packages we have created. We can change the name of the packages if we'd like. It's just going to be a sequential order of numbers. So, of course, pack one is going to start us off. You notice here that there's nothing in there yet because we haven't validated the order. So it's not technically saying that we have products in that package until we validate that order. So we can use those breadcrumbs to go back to our pack operation here. Now that we have that set up, we can go ahead and validate that. Now that we have validated it, we have products in our packs. Perfect. So let's go ahead back to our inventory overview here. Now we see we have some delivery orders. Again, I'm looking for the ones that say today. We have some other ones that from previous orders, but we're going to find the one from today. And now we have uh, our delivery order here. This is the last step before we send products to the customers. We have product in our output location. Again, next step is customers. We could click the detail operations here to see that out of these two office lamps, one is in pack 2 and one is in pack 1. We're going to see the same thing for the storage boxes as well. So when we validate this, we are going to be able to see those shipping labels for FedEx in the chatter here. So let's go ahead and validate. We're given the option to send a text message to our customers saying that the products are on the way, and sure, let's go ahead and do that. Alrighty, so this is the end result of what we get. So the shipping creative for FedEx, we got a tracking number here that we can send, or actually has already sent. And here is the shipping labels. One for box 1 and one for box 2. Perfect, we can go ahead and print those out and slap them right on the box. Again, here is another message and then another message to the customer here by text messaging. And they have that tracking reference. We could even go to the provider website, so FedEx, and enter in that tracking number here. But of course, that's going to be it's a test package number. So that is how we have the ability to configure the pick, pack, and ship route, use multiple packages, and then print out those FedEx labels right there at the end. So test this out, keep it safe, and always use a run bot or a sandbox. And let me know if you have any questions.